A lot of people think blurry vision is just something that comes with age, like gray hair or slower mornings. But what if I told you that what's actually damaging your eyes is happening while you sleep, and most people have no idea it's even happening? Stick with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you're going to discover a simple nighttime habit using everyday fruits that could help your eyes repair themselves naturally. And possibly wake up seeing clearer than you have in years. And before we dive in, quick question, where are you watching from right now? Drop your country or city in the comments. I always love seeing how far this community reaches. And if you care about keeping your vision sharp as you get older, tap that subscribe button now, because what you're about to hear might completely change how you look at your eye health. Now here's the part most people never hear. When you go to sleep, your body doesn't just rest, it repairs. But your eyes? They're one of the most vulnerable parts of your body during that time. If they don't get the right nutrients, the right support, that's when the real damage starts to build up. Slowly. Silently. Night after night. And that's why so many people wake up with dry, blurry vision, struggle to read small text, or feel uncomfortable driving at night. It's not always just getting older. It's often a sign your eyes aren't getting what they need when it matters most. Now here's the frustrating part. Most common solutions, eye drops, stronger glasses, even certain procedures, they don't actually fix the root cause. They just manage the symptoms. Meanwhile, the underlying damage continues. But here's the good news, and this is what I really want you to pay attention to. Certain natural foods, specifically fruits, contain powerful compounds that your eyes actually use during sleep to repair, protect, and even restore function over time. And today, I'm going to walk you through 7 of them. Not just what they are, but exactly how to use them the right way so your eyes can benefit while you sleep. And you'll want to stick around, because the fruit at the very end, it's one most people eat completely wrong, and they're missing out on one of the most powerful eye-protecting compounds because of it. Now let's start the countdown. Coming in at number 7, this is one you've probably seen dozens of times at the store, but never thought twice about. Papaya. It's soft, sweet, and honestly, pretty underrated. But when it comes to your eyes, especially as you get older, papaya quietly does something incredibly important. Here's the issue it helps tackle. As we age, there's a process happening inside the body called glycation. It's when excess sugar binds to proteins in your tissues, including your eyes, and forms these sticky compounds that slowly cloud your vision and weaken your eye structure. That's one of the hidden reasons behind things like hazy vision, early cataract formation, and that constant feeling like your eyes just aren't as clear as they used to be. Now here's where papaya comes in. Papaya contains a natural enzyme called papain. Think of it like a cleanup crew. It helps break down those harmful compounds before they can build up and cause lasting damage. On top of that, it's packed with vitamins A, C, and E, all of which are critical for maintaining a healthy retina and protecting your eyes from oxidative stress. And the interesting part? These nutrients become especially useful at night, when your body is actively trying to repair damaged cells. So how do you actually use it? Keep it simple. About 1 cup of fresh, ripe papaya, roughly an hour before bed. But here's a small detail most people miss, and it makes a big difference. Don't eat it ice cold straight from the fridge. Let it sit at room temperature for a bit. Cold temperatures can reduce enzyme activity, which means you're not getting the full benefit. And here's a quick tip, squeeze a little lime juice over it. That small addition can actually help your body absorb more of the key nutrients your eyes need. Just imagine this for a second, instead of waking up with that dull, slightly blurry vision, your eyes feel more refreshed, clearer, less strained. That's step 1. Now, coming up next, this is a fruit most people think is just for hydration, but it does something much deeper for your eyes, especially overnight. Number 6. Watermelon. Now I know what you're thinking. Watermelon? Really? But hear me out. One of the biggest issues with aging eyes is reduced circulation. Blood flow to the retina slows down over time, which means less oxygen and fewer nutrients reaching the cells that help you see clearly. That's part of why some people wake up with blurry vision that takes time to clear, or feel like their eyes are tired even after a full night's sleep. Watermelon helps tackle that in 2 ways. First, hydration. It's over 90% water, which helps keep your eyes properly lubricated through the night. But more importantly, it contains a powerful antioxidant called lycopene. Lycopene has been linked to reduced oxidative damage in retinal cells, and may even help protect against long-term issues like macular degeneration. There's also evidence suggesting it can support better blood flow, which is exactly what your eyes need during those critical repair hours while you sleep. So how do you use it? About 1 to 2 cups of fresh watermelon, around 30 to 45 minutes before bed. And here's something interesting, don't throw away the white part near the rind. That section contains citrulline, a compound that helps support healthy blood vessels and circulation. You can blend it into a smoothie if you want, or just eat a bit along with the fruit. But one thing to avoid is adding salt. It might taste good, but it can increase eye pressure, which is something you definitely don't want. Now think about this. A simple fruit you already enjoy, helping your eyes stay hydrated, nourished, and better supported while you sleep. And we're just getting started. Because the next one on this list is something most people completely overlook, yet it directly supports your ability to see clearly in low light. And if night driving has ever felt uncomfortable for you, you'll want to hear this. Coming in at number 5, this one might not be as common in your kitchen. Black currants. They're small, deep purple berries, and honestly, most people walk right past them without realizing what they can do. Here's the hidden issue they help address. As we get older, tiny levels of inflammation begin to build up inside the eye, especially around the retina. At the same time, blood flow becomes less efficient. And when those two things combine, you start noticing subtle changes. Headlights look harsher than they used to. You see halos or glare. Your eyes take longer to adjust in dim lighting. That's not just aging, that's your visual system struggling to keep up. Now here's where black currants come in. They're loaded with compounds called anthocyanins. These are powerful plant pigments that don't just act as antioxidants, they actually help improve blood flow and calm inflammation at the same time. Even more interesting, they support something called rhodopsin. That's the pigment in your eyes responsible for helping you see in low-light conditions. So if you've ever felt like your night vision just isn't what it used to be, this is exactly where black currants shine. There have even been controlled studies showing that consistent intake of black currant anthocyanins helped improve blood flow to the optic nerve and supported overall visual function over time. So how do you use it? If you can find fresh or frozen black currants, that's great. But if not, a high-quality extract works just as well. Aim for around 50 milligrams of anthocyanins in the evening. And here's a small trick that makes a big difference, pair it with a tiny amount of healthy fat. Something like a few walnuts or almonds. That helps your body absorb more of the active compounds. Just picture this, walking into a dim room and your eyes adjust faster, driving at night without that uncomfortable glare, feeling more confident in low light. That's the kind of powerful change we're talking about. Now to the next fruit on this list. This is one you probably already eat, but most people are unknowingly canceling out its benefits without realizing it. Coming in at number 4, blueberries. Now blueberries are often labeled as a superfood, but when it comes to your eyes, there's a specific reason why they stand out. Over time, your eyes are constantly exposed to light, especially from screens, sunlight, and artificial lighting. That exposure slowly damages the tiny cells in your retina known as photoreceptors. And when those cells begin to weaken, you start noticing things like difficulty focusing, blurry text, or that need to squint more often than you used to. Blueberries help target that exact problem. They're rich in a compound called pterostilbene, which is similar to resveratrol, but more easily absorbed by your body. What makes it special is its ability to cross into the eye and support repair at a cellular level, helping protect and maintain those light-sensitive cells. There have been studies showing that regular consumption of blueberries can improve visual clarity and reduce eye fatigue, especially in older adults. But here's the part almost nobody tells you. Not all blueberries are equal. The larger, cultivated ones you often see fresh in stores. They're good, but they don't have the same level of antioxidants as wild blueberries. Wild blueberries, the smaller, darker ones, contain significantly higher concentrations of the compounds your eyes actually need. You can usually find them in the frozen section. So here's how to use them the right way. About 1/3 of a cup, around 45 minutes before bed. And here's the key detail most people miss: don't combine them with dairy. Milk proteins can bind to the antioxidants and reduce how much your body absorbs. Instead, eat them on their own. You can lightly freeze and thaw them if you like. That actually helps break down the cell structure and makes the nutrients more available. Just think about that for a second. Something as simple as eating blueberries the right way could help you see details more clearly, reduce strain, and support your eyes long term. And if you're finding this helpful so far, take a second to hit that subscribe button. On this channel, we break down simple habits like this that can make a real difference over time. Now, the next fruit on this list, this is where things start to get really interesting. Because this one doesn't just protect your eyes. It helps them get more oxygen while you sleep. Coming in at number 3, dragon fruit. You've probably seen it before, bright pink on the outside, with either white or deep red flesh inside. But what most people don't realize is that the red variety, in particular, has some unique benefits for your eyes. Here's the issue it helps with. At night, your eyes rely on a steady supply of oxygen to repair and maintain healthy function. But as circulation slows with age, that oxygen delivery becomes less efficient. This can leave your eyes feeling tired, heavy, or even slightly blurry when you wake up. Dragon fruit helps support that process. It contains compounds that help boost nitric oxide levels in the body, which in turn helps widen blood vessels. Wider blood vessels mean better circulation. And better circulation means more oxygen reaching your eyes when they need it most. There's also research suggesting improvements in visual performance and contrast sensitivity with consistent intake. So how do you use it? About half of a red-fleshed dragon fruit, around an hour before bed. And here's something most people overlook: those tiny black seeds inside. Don't just swallow them whole. Chew them. They contain beneficial fats and minerals that support nerve health, including the nerves in your eyes. Now imagine this: waking up and your eyes don't feel heavy, your vision feels more stable, colors look a bit more vivid. That's what better nighttime repair can do. And we're getting close to the top. Because the next fruit has been used for centuries, and now modern science is finally catching up. Coming in at number 2, goji berries. And if you've ever worried about losing sharp, central vision as you age, this is one you'll want to pay close attention to. Goji berries are small, bright red berries that have been used for generations in traditional medicine, especially when it comes to supporting eye health. And now, modern research is starting to confirm why. Here's the problem they target. At the center of your retina is a small but critical area called the macula. This is what allows you to read, recognize faces, and see fine details clearly. But over time, that area can begin to weaken, a process often linked to oxidative stress and reduced nutrient support. And when that happens, you might notice things like difficulty reading small text, needing brighter light, or feeling like your central vision just isn't as sharp as it used to be. That's where goji berries stand out. They are one of the richest natural sources of zeaxanthin, a powerful compound that specifically supports the macula. Think of zeaxanthin like a protective shield for the most important part of your vision. There have been studies showing that regular consumption of goji berries can help increase macular pigment density, which is a key factor in protecting against age-related vision decline. So how do you actually use them? Take about 2 tablespoons of dried goji berries, soak them in warm water for about 10 minutes. And then eat them roughly 30 to 45 minutes before bed. Soaking them makes them easier to digest and helps your body absorb the nutrients more efficiently. And here's a simple tip: pair them with a small piece of dark chocolate, at least 80 to 85% cocoa. The natural compounds in dark chocolate can actually help improve the absorption of zeaxanthin, making the combination even more effective. Now just imagine this for a moment. Reading your phone without constantly adjusting the brightness, recognizing faces clearly from a distance, feeling more confident in your vision day to day. That's the kind of support your macula needs. And goji berries can be a simple way to start. Now, we've reached number 1. And this is the one you've been waiting for. Because this fruit is incredibly common, yet most people completely overlook the most powerful part of it. Coming in at number 1, kiwi. But not just any kiwi. Golden kiwi. Now at first glance, it doesn't look like anything special. Small, soft, slightly tangy. But when it comes to your eyes, especially overnight repair, it's one of the most effective fruits you can use. Here's the deeper issue it helps address. As you sleep, your eyes go through a repair cycle. But for that process to work properly, your eyes need the right balance of nutrients, antioxidants, and even proper sleep support. And that's where golden kiwi becomes so powerful. It contains high levels of lutein and zeaxanthin, the same key nutrients your retina depends on for protection and clarity. But it also contains something else that most people don't expect: natural serotonin. Now you might know serotonin as a feel-good chemical, but it also plays a role in regulating sleep quality. Better sleep means deeper repair, and deeper repair means your eyes have more time to recover from daily stress and damage. There have even been studies suggesting improvements in sleep quality and overall recovery when kiwi is consumed regularly before bed. And when you combine better sleep with targeted eye nutrients, you're giving your body exactly what it needs to support clearer vision over time. So how do you use it? 2 golden kiwis, about an hour before bed. And here's the part most people get wrong: they peel it completely. But right under the skin, there's a thin layer rich in antioxidants that your eyes can benefit from. Instead of peeling it all away, slice it in half and scoop it out, leaving just a bit of that layer intact. It's a small change, but it can make a difference. Now think about this. Something as simple as eating kiwi before bed, helping you sleep better, while also feeding your eyes the exact nutrients they need to repair overnight. That's why this takes the top spot. But here's something most people don't realize. Knowing the right fruits is only half the equation. Because if you're eating them the wrong way, at the wrong time, or combining them incorrectly, you could be canceling out a huge portion of the benefits. And this is where most people slip up. So before you go, let's quickly go over a few simple rules that can make all the difference. First, avoid combining these fruits with calcium-heavy foods right before or after. Things like milk, yogurt, or certain cereals can interfere with how your body absorbs key nutrients like lutein and zeaxanthin. If you're having dairy, give it some time. At least an hour or more before eating your fruit. Second, include a small amount of healthy fat. Many of the nutrients your eyes rely on are fat-soluble, meaning your body absorbs them better when a little fat is present. This could be as simple as a few nuts, a slice of avocado, or a drizzle of flaxseed oil. Third, be gentle when washing your fruits. Overwashing or scrubbing too hard can strip away some of the beneficial compounds, especially from fruits like berries. A light rinse is enough. Fourth, let your fruit reach room temperature before eating. Cold temperatures can reduce enzyme activity, and your body won't get the full benefit. And finally, timing matters more than most people think. Try to eat these fruits about 60 to 90 minutes before bed. That window allows your body to absorb the nutrients, so they're available right when your eyes enter their natural repair phase during sleep. Just by making these small adjustments, you're turning simple foods into something much more powerful. Now let's bring this all together. Blurry vision isn't always just a normal part of aging. In many cases, it's the result of gradual damage that happens quietly over time, especially at night. But when you give your body the right support, at the right time, you give your eyes a chance to repair, protect, and function the way they're meant to. Just imagine waking up and your vision feels clearer, reading without strain, driving at night with more confidence, seeing the world with more detail again. That's what this is really about. Not just better vision, but better quality of life. Now I want to hear from you. If your eyesight suddenly became clearer overnight, what's the very first thing you would look at? Drop your answer in the comments. I read them all. And if you found this helpful, don't keep it to yourself. Tap like, subscribe to Nutrivibe Health Tips, and share this with someone who might need it. Because sometimes, the smallest habits can make the biggest difference. Take care of your eyes, they're more valuable than you think. And I'll see you in the next one.